An Iran deal could be coming soon as President Trump warns the Islamic Republic to cooperate or face the consequences.
I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to kill people. I do not want to kill people. We are talking. Let's see what happens. But they respect us. They respect us. It's been 50 years, and no other president has done what you should have done a long time ago, because Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Can't have it.
The potential deal includes reopening the Strait of Hormuz, but Tehran isn't ready to give up control, working with Oman on coordinates for the shipping route. The two sides are said to be negotiating transit fees with Iran, reportedly seeking more than 7% of the value of cargoes, while Oman is pushing for about 3%. Here to discuss, former Secretary of State and Fox News contributor Mike Pompeo. Mr. Secretary, great to see you. So how certain are you that if a deal does come to fruition, it'll look any differently than what we have seen in the past?
Well, Sandra, good morning. Great to be with you. Look, we're in a very different place today, for sure. After all the damage that's been inflicted on the Iranian economy and on their military, this is not where we were under President Obama when he gave them billions of dollars and they still had a clear and decent pathway to a nuclear weapon. So I think that's the right place to start. But it's also true that any deal that you sign with the Iranians is going to be violated from the moment it is executed. That is historically accurate and almost certain to be true going forward. There is zero evidence that the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, who is essentially running Iran today, and has frankly been running Iran for the last 25 years, there's no reason to believe they've turned over a new leaf, that they all of a sudden now want Israel to exist and are okay with the United States. So a deal that gets signed is likely to be just a paper tiger, and that's what we need to make sure we understand. The United States and the world, the Western civilization, depends on the United States making very clear that it's unacceptable for Iran to have a nuclear weapon or control an international waterway, as we're starting to hear rumors that they're continuing to demand.
How concerned are you that Iran is, apparently pushing for these fees to cross through the Strait of Hormuz? President Trump has insisted that will not be the case, and he has said if anybody charges anything to pass through, it will be the United States.
Well, Sandra, we've seen this before. There's reporting about negotiations and what people are saying. I take that all with a very large grain of salt. President Trump's been unambiguous about the tolls. He says it's not going to happen. And importantly, he's spot on. It's unacceptable to think we are going to rent the Strait of Hormuz from Iran forever. That's essentially what they're asking us to do. It's not theirs. It's international waters. It would set a terrible precedent, and make no mistake about it, the Iranians are leading, but the Russians and the Chinese are watching closely whether the United States is prepared to continue this blockade in a way that ultimately causes Iran to capitulate. This goes far beyond just the conflict in the Middle East. This truly does matter for American security for decades to come.
Meanwhile, Vice President Vance sat down with Laura Ingraham last night, and she asked him about concern from Americans that we are entering a prolonged war. And there's certainly concern about what that means for Americans when it comes to prices at the pump. Here's the Vice President last night.
Well, the reality, Laura, is that number one, the Iranians are extraordinarily difficult people. Number two, they have a fractured system. So there are people within their system who want the war to be over. There are also people within their system who are crazy radicals who want the war to continue. Our job is to navigate through that. Those oil prices are going to come down and stay down. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, and the United States will be in a stronger position.
Even on reports that progress is being made, Mr. Secretary, we are seeing those prices come down. This week, we've seen oil come back to that $75 mark. So how confident are you that we will eventually see a drop in these energy prices that have been affecting Americans here at home?
Well, Senator, I'm confident we'll get there. I don't think the way we get there is through a negotiated solution that gives the Iranians 3% or 7% toll on everything that moves through there. I think that only would give Iran more willingness, more desire, and more capability to continue to drive prices higher. This challenge of American affordability goes back to the Biden administration. We've suffered this for a long time. President Trump's efforts to deny Iran the capacity to have a nuclear weapon will, in the long run, lead to an economy here in America. This is definitely America first. An economy here in America that makes prices more affordable for ordinary Americans all across the country. And I'm confident President Trump will get there.
Yeah, and as we've been saying throughout